Jory Berg is inching his way closer to the top in the Midwest Modifieds class. In fact, he finished second in points at River Cities Speedway last season. But as Taylor Budge reports in this week's Huset Speedway Drivers Spotlight, it's more than winning and more than just Jory that makes his success possible.
When Jory Berg settles into his car, he's not just racing for himself, but for his entire family.
I mean, we wouldn't do it if we couldn't do it as a family.
The Bergs have raced for decades, but right now, it's Jory's turn.
My dad started when he was 9 or 10 in Hawaii racing go-karts, and it's just been ever since. Actually, my daughter started racing go-karts last year, and she's the 4th generation of Berg racing.
After getting his start racing bikes at just 7 years old, it was 2016 when Jory showed family wasn't just important, it was everything.
I guess the bottom line is if my dad and my family didn't support me, we wouldn't be here.
That year, Jory's father, Tim, was racing modifieds when he suffered a severe ankle injury. With sponsors representing for the remainder of the season, that meant it was Jory's time to climb into the driver's seat.
I just look at it as we just kind of were doing it as a family, and I did it to help him out, really, and then just kind of took over where he was leaving off at, basically, kind of a passing of the torch deal. And
he did okay, I mean, for just getting shoved into it, not having any practice. And then as time went on, like you said, we put the spare car together. And then it got where we're both of us racing. It just got to be a lot of work. We had that go-kart in the mix. And I just said, you know what, we're going to sell everything but one car and you're going to race, because I was at the point where I enjoyed working on the car more than I did racing the car.
It's really working out well for me, and the results show it that my dad is 100% behind me as far as the car and the motors and stuff.
7 years later, Jory is not only continuing to race modifieds, he's doing so at a high level. He challenged himself this past winter racing in Arizona and New Mexico, posting 5 top 10 finishes in 10 races against stiff competition.
He's a way better driver than I ever was, so I'm pretty happy with that.
After finishing second in points at his home track last season, Jory is taking that as a sense of motivation for even more this summer, with his biggest supporter right by his side.
The biggest goal is just have fun, and stay safe, and try your best. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. We'll be here next year. We'll be here the year after that. We'll be here for many, many years.
Now, when Jory isn't racing, he's on another type of track. He's a train conductor. He says the two are related because it's, quote, pure chaos 24/7, but you also have to be patient and keep your cool, end quote, just like in racing.